Well, hi Leos, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. For Leos. What can you expect to come up in your life, Leo? Having trouble hanging on to these for some reason. There we go. What can you expect coming on in to your life? I don't have enough to get started yet. But that's okay. We'll take out more cards for Leo's universe. There you are in the middle of your own reading as the King of Wands, male or female. Fire sign. What else does Leo need to know? Let me go through this shuffle. I used leftovers for the second part of the reading. What else? There you are is a strength card. Pisces. Okay. Let's see what we have here. In the order they came out. Another card for Leo, the Sun. And we have... got two extra cards in your reading. So, the King of Wands, the overall energy. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is, well, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius also might be around this reading, but you are definitely Leo. This is you. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and your other hand is on your hip. So you're ready to move forward. That is what you're doing there, and you're contemplating it, and you are just right on the edge of your seat and ready to go. I have the Knight of Wands in your highest energy. Now, the Knight of Wands is about an energy that is flighty, unstable, just kind of like throws caution to the wind, runs in and out of lives. I'm not sure if this is you or someone else. Now, if this is you, you're ready to change. You're ready to move forward in a more mature way, male or female. If this is not you, you're ready to move forward from this in and out of your life energy. Let's just keep reading. Right next to the Knight of Wands is the Six of Pentacles. And it's right above the King of Wands. This is about breadcrumbing. This is about feeding just enough to a relationship to barely keep it hanging in there. It throws the scales off balance. Is this you? I think it's you. I think you're changing. I think you are seeing things differently. I think you were the Knight of Wands, and I think you're becoming the King of Wands. And I think you're ready to move forward in life with a different way of looking at things. So I feel like you were the one that was doing breadcrumbing. I think you were the one that was maybe taking something for granted here, and now you're not. Now you're thinking much more maturely. I have the High Priestess right next to the Six of Pentacles in your highest energy. So the High Priestess is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing. So by pulling back that pomegranate curtain, you can pay attention to what yourself is telling you. I think that you have, it's like, you realize your actions. You realize how you've been, and I think you want to change. I think you are just being much more mature about things and wanting to move forward in a more grounded manner. And you're ready to do that. I think that you took an inside look at yourself. And I don't think I've ever had a reading like this. But I think you did take an inside look at yourself, if this is your reading. And you saw how you were treating somebody else or everybody else. But you decided that's not how you want to continue on in your life. I have the Queen of Cups under the Knight of Wands and next to the King of Wands. I think there's somebody special in your life. I think someone has made you start thinking differently by your feelings for them. So with the Queen of Cups, this is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the energy is about, this is the only cup in the deck with a lid on it. There's little windows all around that cup, and inside that cup are answers to love questions. So I really think you have your mind on somebody that you might be falling in love, and you're trying to evaluate your feelings and their feelings and your future. And this is probably what's kind of set you in this place where you're taking a harder look at yourself and whether or not you can handle a love relationship. And it looks like you're more than willing to, that you really do want to see if you can handle this love relationship. I have the Three of Pentacles next to the King of Wands and under the High Priestess. So I think that this is a black card, as you see, and it's about pentacles. So pentacles are about security, stability, groundedness. I feel like you were, that you were the Knight of Wands, you were wanting to play the field, or you had more than one person in your life, but you've got your eyes set on one person now. And I think that you want to continue this relationship in a more grown-up manner. So the Three of Pentacles is like, it's right under the High Priestess. I think you really kind of had to take a deeper look at yourself and what you want in moving forward in your life. Do you want the third party, or do you want an interfering party as part of this relationship? Because if you do this relationship, you're going to risk it, and I think you know it. I have the Sun. I love this card under the Queen of Cups. This is all about fresh starts and new beginnings with lots of love and lots of joy. Also, there could be a child involved in this reading. But that's a beautiful card. And this is what you're thinking. You're thinking that you want to move forward with somebody that you're developing some deep feelings for, and they are a soulmate. I have the Lovers right next to the Sun. Also, the Sun can be another card for Leo. I have the Lovers. This is a card for Gemini. So Gemini might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But there's your guardian angels and spirit guides, and it feels like they're trying to bring you together with somebody here. There's only two people in this card. It's not like the Three of Pentacles. This is more like a divine soulmate. Someone you were probably lovers with in another life. But it is a very strong connection here. And I think this is what's going on, is you've met somebody who has made you want to change your ways and be a better person. So next to the Lovers here, I have the Page of Pentacles. And this is under the Three of Pentacles. Now you're looking at those pentacles differently. You're examining this pentacle as if you're looking into a crystal ball. You're trying to foresee the future with this lover, with this person that you're developing love for. And it's just the beginnings of a solid relationship. You're wondering about commitment. Let me take out the rest of these cards. Let's see what's going on. Looks like you're having some sort of awakening within yourself about where you want to go in life. About, somebody's bringing out the best in you. Okay. So, Leos. Up here, next to the High Priestess, I have the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is like a card of illusion of, see how they're blindfolded, see how they're bound, but their feet are free, their mouth is free, and there's all these swords of truth and clarity around this figure. This is kind of where you've been. You've been in this state of not dealing with truth and clarity, not really wanting to see it, and it's almost by choice. But, and feeling kind of like bound to this place where you do not really want to see those swords of truth and clarity, okay? You enjoyed living your life the way that you were living it as the Knight of Wands, but now things are changing, and you're entering a whole new life cycle. So you're coming out of that energy of the Eight of Swords. I said Wands, I think, but it's the Eight of Swords. And swords are all about truth and clarity. So the World card, you got a brand new life cycle coming in here. This is a life cycle that has taken its time getting here. You probably knew the day would come, and you were kind of waiting for maybe the right person to come along that would change your mind on the way that you treated relationships, something like that. Because this is a card of waiting, and this is bush here. It's like it buds, but it never bears fruit. It never blossoms. And you got bored, and you were like, there's nobody out there for me. I'm just gonna live life this way as a Knight of Wands until boom, somebody shows up. I think it's when you least expected it. And they're really turning your head. I have the Four of Cups under the Eight of Swords and next to the Three of Pentacles. So this is like, and I think it's from one of these, I think you were seeing someone else, and they're trying to come in, and you're trying to move forward with one person, and that's whoever is the lover, whoever is this divine soulmate here. And I think that you had to turn down a cup of love from the third person here. So they're trying to come in, and I think you had to break up with them in order to move forward into a new life cycle and just focus on this other person. This other person really might have water in their chart someplace, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But here's the Tower card right next to the Four of Cups, not looking at that offer of that love offer trying to come in. I feel like someone else is trying to come in, and you're trying to not let that happen. And so I think you actually break up with them. I have the Empress on the other side of the Tower card and under the Seven of Pentacles. This is Libra or Taurus. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. Also can signify pregnancy. But with the Empress coming up, this is who you are now. And let me explain something. You probably, I said there before, remember that they're bringing out the best in you. You are very kind, loving, supportive, generous, thoughtful, giving. You have so many beautiful qualities about you. So whoever you do move forward with, and I think this is what you've been waiting for, is someone to bring out the best in you. And they have to have a lot of the same qualities in order to move forward with them. And I think you're seeing these qualities in the soulmate, this very special connection here that your guardian angels and spirit guides are bringing in for you. So then I have the Five of Pentacles right under the Four of Cups and next to the Page of Pentacles. This is about the feeling of being rejected, left out in the cold. I feel like you have to do this to somebody. I feel like this is part of the breakup with a third person. And so you kind of had to, let them go. And I don't think you don't feel good about it, but you know what you want now. And in order for you to have the future that you're now imagining, you had to let them go. I have the Emperor next to the Five of Pentacles and under the Tower card. The Emperor is a card for Aries, so Aries might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the energy of the Emperor is really, it's like holding true to yourself. It's not wavering. It's like you make a decision. I mean, each time, I got to show you this. I keep looking at this. This is really standing out to me. I really feel like you have your eye on someone. And that's all you can think about is one person. Not two anymore. Not three. Not dating anybody else. It's like you are totally focused on one person. So I think you just kind of hold true to yourself here. I think you're following your intuition. You know what to do. You're listening to what yourself is telling you. And so it's right under the Tower next to the Five of Pentacles. So it's like you're saying, no, I know what I want, and I can't take this cup of love, and I'm gonna have to just say goodbye to you because whatever you tell them, but I know what it is because I can see it here if this is your reading. So you're very well liked and respected by others, and you might be a leader in your profession, but you're going to hold true to yourself now. You know what you want. And once you figure it out, once you met this person or developed this relationship with this soulmate, you know what you want and you're going to go after it. There's going to be a lot of communication between you And oh God, they're a twin flame. It just dawned on me. Okay, let me show you the twin flame energy. The Emperor, the Empress, and then I have the Eight of Wands that falls right between those two cards. There's a lot of communication that's happening between you two. And this is such a strong connection that there's no denying it, okay? This is what is really making you want to change. This is communication through texts, emails, video chat. It can be phone calls. Almost forget about phone calls. We can still do those. So right between the Empress and the Emperor. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of communication going on here with this person you have your eye on, this divine soulmate that your guardian angels and spirit guides brought in. There's a fresh start. There's a new beginning. There's a whole new life cycle coming in with this person. And then the two extra cards that came out, the Strength card and the Moon. Well, this is your card, Leo, the Strength card. There's the infinity symbol, the symbol of intuition and knowing. You have the High Priestess, which is the card for that. You will know what to do, and you will find the strength and the courage to do it. It's like, you know, once it dawns on you, okay, I got the Moon. This is the card for Pisces, by the way, so Pisces might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But this is about enlightenment. It's about night turning to day. Secrets being revealed, or just something coming to light, something that was hidden is going to be revealed. And I think this is the feelings that you have for someone, and I think that's what you're paying attention to here, and that's what's giving you the courage to do what it is that you know you need to do if you want to keep this divine soulmate in your life. Wow, Leos, what a reading. Let's take out a universe card. Let's find out any advice from the universe for you in this situation. Anything they want to say. This is the Law of Attraction cards. One more shuffle. Okay, let's see what card comes out for you. I'm going to cut these. Take the bottom card. Okay, for Leos, please. I cannot create in the experience of another. So I'm going to turn this card around. You can pause and read it anytime you want, but I'm going to read it to you. You cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think their thoughts. What you can do for them is to set the example of joy. Become a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which you are wanting, and therefore brings forth only joyful emotion. You're in total control of your life. You want a positive, loving life? Well, then that's what you're going to think of, and that's what you're going to speak of, and it will come. What it says. That is the law of attraction. So, Leos, thank you for watching. Universal Guidance, Tarot.